In this video, I'm going to be giving you 7 very quick tips for Amazon FBA PPC. And one of these tips, I'm pretty confident that nobody really talks about and I've not seen before on YouTube. So stick around and don't miss it. So we're growing an FBA brand of our own at the moment, and we're doing about $130,000 to $140,000 a month. We're basically sharing on this channel everything that we're learning along the way. So if you're interested in Amazon FBA, it'd be great if you could like, subscribe, all of that jazz, as we're pretty close to 1,000 subscribers. So you'd be doing us a pretty huge favor. All right, so tip number 1 is to use video campaigns. So in order to run video ads on Amazon, you need brand registry. You need a registered brand. Well, let me tell you that it's 1000% worth it just for the video ads alone. Now, video ads are an amazing way to stand out on the search results page. So you can get a really high click-through rate and generally generate a lot of sales. So there's a few ways that you can do them, right? If you have a tasty budget, you can get a proper videographer to film a proper professional product video. Or if you're on a bit of a tighter budget, or you want a more natural style, you can make them yourself using your iPhone, or you can actually get one of your customers to film a home style product video similar to what you might see on TikTok, for example. The point is, there's lots of ways that you can get creative with video ads, so definitely give them a go, as we personally get amazing results from ours. Okay, so tip number 2. Never put more than 5 to 10 keywords in a campaign. Now, one of the big mistakes I see is people put in 40 plus keywords with different match types such as phrase, exact, and broad in one campaign and one ad set. Now, this just makes it really difficult to manage your budgets and properly optimize everything. And what you'll end up seeing is that you get the mega high volume keywords in with the lower volume keywords, and those bigger keywords, they end up eating up all of your budget, and the smaller ones, they don't get a chance to have a look in. So I've been asked before about how to optimize bids, etc. after you do a product launch. And honestly, this is one of the keys to it. Keep your campaigns nice and concise so that you can easily make adjustments and see where you're wasting cash. Okay, so tip number 3 is compare your PPC data to your organic rank data. Now, this tip, I can confidently say that I don't think I've seen anyone else mention this on YouTube. This is something that I got from my days working in SEO that I think is mega useful. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to download a search term report. So this basically has all of your keywords and all of your PPC data. And then we're going to filter for keywords with 15 or more clicks. And then we're going to filter all of these keywords by unit session percentage, or your conversion rate. You're basically trying to find the conversion rate for all of your keywords. And then we're going to go over to Helium 10, which, by the way, if you're not using Helium 10, we have a 50% discount code in the video description. And we're going to pull out all of your organic rank data in Cerebro. So what we're then looking at is we're looking at your conversion rates in PPC, and then we're looking at their organic ranks. So now this is obviously not a 100% scientific approach, as these conversion rates aren't 100% accurate. But what we should be able to see is that there's a correlation between the organic ranks and the conversion rate in PPC. So what we can do with this data is that we can look at which keywords that we have a really low conversion rate in our PPC data, and then we can check their organic rank and see if there's a correlation. So what you'll often see is that if you have a keyword with a low conversion rate in PPC, the organic rank will also be pretty low. So what you can test doing is either turning that keyword off or really reducing the bid down. Then you can take a note of when you did this and monitor how it impacts your organic ranks. So don't forget that the biggest driver of organic rank is conversion rate. So even if you're making sales through a particular keyword in PPC, if the conversion rate is really low, it might be negatively impacting your organic ranks. All right, so tip number 4, when using auto campaigns, make sure that you adjust your automatic targeting groups. So when you're setting up an auto campaign, head to the targeting part of the campaign manager. You'll see a few different options. So this is basically where you control how wide your targeting is for that specific campaign. So you'll see 4 different groups: close match, substitutes, loose match, and complements. Now, by default, all of these bids will be exactly the same, but in general, you'll perform better on the groups that target products and keywords that are closest to yours. So what we recommend is that you have a higher bid on close match and substitutes than you do on loose match and complements. Just don't forget to monitor how each of these performs and then adjust them accordingly to get the best ACoS that you can. So tip number 5, use an automation tool to control your bids. So if you're struggling to find the time to do PPC, you can use a tool such as Apex PPC from FBAXL.io. Now I'm not going to go super in detail, but Apex PPC is an amazing way to automate all of your bid adjustments. So for example, if you manually do PPC, you're going to have to keep a really close eye on keywords when they get to say 15 clicks or more without a sale. So you're going to have to notice that and then manually turn that keyword off or adjust the bids yourself. Well, with Apex PPC, you can do this automatically, so it saves you a ton of time. It's also a great way of building PPC campaigns in bulk, and it generally speeds everything that you do with PPC by a lot. So if you want to learn more, there's a link in the description, and the full suite of FBA Excel tools from FBAXL.io, they're actually included in Adam Heist's FBA Blueprint course, which you may have seen that we have a 20% discount code on, which again, you can get more information in the video description. So Apex PPC is pretty simple to set up, but it does require a little bit of time to learn it, to learn the ins and outs. But we really recommend it if you're trying to save a lot of time optimizing your own PPC. Okay, so tip number 6, try and avoid starting completely new campaigns over and over. So what you should do instead is you'd always be adjusting and testing different bid amounts and different bidding options. So each campaign has what we call a campaign score, which is based on how long it's been running and how much data it has on that campaign. So if you keep starting new campaigns, all of the data that you've built up, you're losing each time. So try and spend time optimizing existing campaigns and keywords rather than starting new ones all over again every single time from scratch. Okay, so tip number 7, always be checking your search term reports for keywords that you need to add to negative keyword lists. Now this is super important for phrase, auto, and broad campaigns, where you'll be spending cash on certain core keywords where there might be a version of that keyword that is wasting you a lot of money and you don't really notice. So for example, you might be bidding on yoga mat in phrase. And it might be the case that when you check the actual search terms, which are the keywords that the customer actually searched, you spent $40 on yoga mat for kids and it's just not converting. So you need to add that keyword as a negative exact. So I'd recommend you at least once per week, you pull all of your search term reports and check for anything with over 15 to 20 clicks and no conversions and add it to the negative keywords in that campaign. All right, so the last final tip for Amazon PPC is subscribe to the Honest Entrepreneurs YouTube channel. All right, so we're going to do more PPC videos in the future. Obviously, I'm having a bit of a joke here, but we would honestly really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. We're getting pretty close to 1,000 subscribers. We think you're going to learn a lot. It really encourages us to do more and more videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a quick one with some sort of quick fire tips. I'm going to continue to do more, so let me know in the comments below which topics you want me to cover, not just PPC, but in general. And take a look at one of my recent videos where I did a bit of a broader video on kind of A to Z, most of the frequently asked questions for PPC. So check that out if you're still interested in learning more a bit about PPC. But if not, I will see you in the next video.